I'll be talking about commercial loan training program we created. If you are in US, obviously it's for US program. But if you are in Canada, because a lot of Canadian listeners are there as well, they can do the same program. They can join the program and they can lend money. They can broker deals in US. Um, I believe we have probably 10,000 or more lenders in US and more options in US. In Canada, you don't have too many options for lenders, I believe. So I'm just trying to fix this live stream thing. I'm very new to this, so please forgive me if I am taking too much time. It's going to be a brief call. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask me. I'm also joined on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn. So, anyways, if you have any question regarding commercial loans, if you want to join commercial lending business, I can help you out. And as I said, most of, I would say 99.99% of our business is in US. So if you want to get into the US market, if you're listening, you're Canadian, you want to get into the US market, we can help you out. I'm still struggling to put this thing online because I'm not a very techie guy. So we have programs like from equipment finance, account receivable finance, purchase order finance, bridge loans for residential and commercial both. When I say commercial, in commercial lending, we say anything above 5 units are commercial. If it's a multifamily property, it's 5 plus. Usually, most lenders consider those properties as commercial. So if those lenders are only doing commercial, they don't do 1 to 4 units. So residential and commercial both for bridge loans, for construction loans, for fix and flip properties, for DSCR permanent loans, conventional loans for owner user properties, SBA, USDA loans, and there's some other loans. It's called mezzanine finance, preferred equity, and CPACE loans. They are, and CMBS loans is also part of this DSCR loan. So if you want to get into this business, the sky's the limit. You can go from, and by the way, we don't do primary residence properties. Anything where the invest, it's not investment properties, it's for primary residence properties, because for primary residence we need to have license in each state, and you have to have license in each state, which is very hectic. And also you can't focus on many things. So we already have so many programs. You have to pick maybe two or three and become an expert in those programs. Like I have some brokers, they join our program, and they, after joining the program, they are strictly working on equipment finance, account receivable finance, and purchase order finance. Only in the industry where it's all business loans. They don't do any real estate assets. So they become expert in in commercial in business loans for like equipment finance means any companies buying like transportation, one of the examples, a trucking, manufacturing company buying machines, construction companies buying cranes, excavators, medical companies buying um, CD, MRI scans machines. All those machines and equipments are considered under equipment finance program. That you can go up to. We have programs we can go from $50,000 small ticket item, and airplane is also one of the items. We have lenders they can fund airplanes, so you can go up to 20 $25 million funding on one equipment. So yeah, this is and there's so many other things. As I said, in construction loan we receive a lot of applications, and from brokers and lenders and loan officers. I would say most of the time I receive applications. These brokers are not qualified. They don't know what they're doing. They're Most of the time they're doing residential mortgages, and they're trying to make some money by funding deals, and they have no clue what they're doing. They send me a bunch of documents, like 10 attachment in one email. And when I ask them something that, can you get me this? Do you have executive summary? Do you have personal financial statements? And they're so reluctant to go back to the client, because once you go to the client first time and ask those questions, that is that is very important. The first meeting is very important with the client. And the clients, sometimes they're so knowledgeable, they understand that you have no clue what you're doing. And most of the time these residential mortgage brokers, they drop the ball, they quit, and they lose the deal because of the lack of knowledge. So I highly recommend you guys to join this program. And if you register in this program, the link is acom-capital.com/, or you can go to the website and find out the commercial loans training program, or the full link would be acom-capital.com, acom-capital.com/commercial finance training program. And I'm going to put the link in the here as well. So if you go acom-capital.com, that'd be great. You'll find many things there. What kind of deals we're funding. SBA loans, if you don't know what is SBA loans, I mean, most Americans do. Small business administration. So there are two type of loans. Probably you don't know that. SBA 7A and SBA 504. SBA 7A is strictly for small businesses from $250,000 up to $5 million. The condition for both SBA loans is the property or the business, they have to be owner user. You cannot just rent out the whole thing. You cannot just buy a gas station and just rent it out. You have to be owner user, owner operator of the business and the property. The SBA 7A generally for equipments, inventory, working capital, lines of credit, goodwill of the business when you buy the business. Sometimes there's no real estate involved, just the business. You can do SBA 7A. And SBA 504 is generally for real estate properties. It's for from $1 million, starting from $1 million and up to $25 million. That's a cap on SBA 504. So, and again, there has to be owner user property. It cannot be rented out. So if you are buying a hotel, for example, one of the example, and a lot of banks, they're not doing hotels anymore. even though they have SBA. So SBA, just so you know, SBA is a government-backed loans. Government is insuring those loans for the banks. They're putting a portion of CDC in the loan. So there's a one portion is the bank loan, and the second portion is the CDC. It's a government body, and the third portion would be your equity. So there are three portion in the total project. So 50% is paid by the bank, 30 to 40% paid by the CDC, the government institution, and 10 to 20% is paid by the borrower, you, the sponsor. And this way you can have you can close a deal. I mean, the minimum requirement for this, you can go up to 100% loan to value, sometimes to loan to cost, because if you already have the business, like medical, for example, if you're a doctor or medical, if you have a hospital or you have a clinic, you can go from, if you have first location, you want to open second, third location, pharmacy, one of the examples, or a franchise. Sometimes you don't need any down payment based on your financials from existing businesses. We can go up to 100% loan to value or loan to cost. So it's a great strategy. The only drawback in this SBA loan is it takes longer time to close. It takes at least 45 days to close. It needs all the documentation you can think of in the business, your personal financials, your business financials, your P&L, year-to-date business financials, last 3 years business financials, your debt schedule, everything you can think of in the business, balance sheet, everything all together what you think of in the business. So you have to be in touch with accountant all the time when you do SBA loans. That's why a lot of investors like bridge loans, because it's very fast, it's easy to close. It takes literally 1 to 2 weeks. So we have all the options. If if you don't get a loan in in the SBA side, SBA is, it takes longer time. It has to be owner user property, and you need all the documentation. On the other side, bridge loans are very um, due diligence is very low. Not too many compliance is very low. Not the due diligence. Compliance is very low. You just need to have appraisal of the property if you have existing one, or we can order a new one. And sometimes some lenders don't even want any appraisal. So uh, it can close within 1 to 2 weeks. The only problem with this bridge loan is you need to have a lot of down payment. Maximum LTV we can go up to 65% under bridge loans. So either way, if you want more leverage of the bank money, then you have to have more income on the property, and you have to have patience to close the deal for longer time. You need to have longer time to close the deal. And for if you want to close quickly, you need to have more down payment. So it's a I mean, we have all the options. And if you want to learn this business, if you want to, oh, there's so many people investing. I never knew that it's you can, yeah, I never knew these things. So forgive me if let's invite someone. A lot of people are sending me invitation to them to invite. So yeah, I mean, sky's the limit in this business. The reason a lot of people ask me why you're doing this, because I'm in the same business. The reason we're doing this, because we get so many incomplete applications all the time from brokers, all the time. And if we can rectify that, that is a win-win situation for us and for the brokers, because we don't have to deal with crappy deals anymore, incomplete deals anymore. So now we can deal with people who have knowledge and they can send the full package. We don't want to deal with people. I mean, they literally started their residential mortgages and they don't even know they're still learning about residential. And there's some people they have been in the residential mortgage industry for a long, long time. But this is totally different animal. You have to understand the guidelines before you get into this. That's why a lot of people quit commercial lending because it's complicated. If there's no formal training for this, and nobody wants to teach this because it's like they think it's a competition. I don't believe it's a competition. It's if you know your guidelines, and it's going to be a paid program. We're going to be charging for this program, and if you have knowledge, you can. It's a win-win situation. And if you can't close a deal, most brokers they come back to us, and we help them out later on too after the course how you can package the deal and how which lender you can send it to. First of all, contacting the right referral sources is one of the most important things, I would say, where you can get leads and deals and qualified leads and deals. And even you can train these referral partners how to pre-qualify deals even before they come to you. And when they come to you, how you can pre-qualify and underwrite the deals. If you know that, your 50 to 70% work is done. And after that, how to package the deal, what kind of question you have to ask the clients, what kind of documentation you need upfront, and when you package the deal, what lender you have to go to in order to fund the deal. If you know these steps, it is going to be a great situation for you when you can fund the deal as quickly as possible. You know the steps, and most lenders, most brokers, they don't know the steps. They just receive the file and just forward, they just flood it to all the people they know. That's what they do. Excuse me. So, getting some questions online as well at the same time doing this. So, you can write down any questions you have regarding commercial lending if you want to get into the commercial lending and why do you want to do that? It's it's not easy. If you know, it's very smooth. It's not easy as like residential mortgages. If you are in the residential mortgage business, there's some set rules, and it's very, I think for me it's very easy because all the lenders they fund all kind of properties based on the credit, based on the debt to income ratio, and based on a few other things. I would think debt to income ratio is important, how you qualify the deal. And your credit score, if your credit score is certain, you can go up to certain LTV, and that's about it. Three, four things you have to remember. A few programs. I'm under VA. You can go up to higher LTV, the Veteran Affairs, and I believe on there's some other programs, jumbo loans and whatnot. But in commercial lending, some lenders don't like certain properties, and some lenders don't like certain states, and some lenders don't like certain kind of borrowers, and some lenders don't like certain kind of LTV or LT. So it's so complicated. If you don't have knowledge about it, it's going to be really hard for you to understand the guidelines. So it's better to understand it. The only way you can do it, you you go through some sort of training. I mean, there are not too many trainings available for this program, this kind of business out there. But that's why we create this program, so people can understand it and do this business smoothly. I have gone through the training. In 2015, I was in the residential mortgage business from 2007 to till 2014 or 15ish, and I wanted to get into the business for a long, long time, and nobody was telling me, nobody was teaching me how to do that. There are not too many people out there who are training, and this luckily I got this training in New York State, and they charge a lot of money, but I don't regret. I was It's a 5 days program where um, I attended in class. Back then there was not too much training online, so now it's all online. Our training is online, and in 5 days consecutively from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Um, because I had residential mortgage background, I was very interested into getting into commercial business and business lending. That's why I think I was able to understand more about this business versus other people who were very new to this concept. And they, I don't know if they, like, everyone was understanding the way I was understanding. I still in touch with them, a lot of them. But I created this program because um, it's a longer program, 30 days. And in 30 days, every day, 1 hour a day, and also recorded program, which is almost 40 hours program, online recorded. You can see it all the time when you purchase it. And you can go through all the videos, and we will be uploading all the videos and training program and lending guidelines from different lenders. And we will be adding up new lenders and new videos of them. You can see it online. Once you purchase a program, you have an access to this library all the time. And also the live call, that's very important. When you go live on Zoom with us and our lenders, you will be able to ask questions about if you have any pending deal, if you have any new deal you want to talk about, and if you go, how kind of referral partner you have to pick, and what kind of question they're going to ask you, going to ask them. All those things which can be beneficial for you to create your brand and your presence in the market, and connect with the people who can give you regular business, not one time business. And we don't spend any money on the advertisement. I mean, you can do that, and we will teach you how to do that, and we'll teach you LinkedIn marketing strategy, how to optimize your profile, how to create a subscribers list, how to create more followers, how to create incoming leads and people contact you instead of you contacting them. That is more important, because I have never contacted anyone. We have system, it's being contacting people, but most of the time we have incoming calls. People make appointments with us, and they call us for their particular deal. And at the very first call, we get to know if this deal is doable or not, and we let them know this is a doable deal or not, because that's where you waste a lot of time when you don't know which deal is doable and which deal is not doable. So if you know exactly right away if this deal is not doable, you can basically quit. You can say no right away and save a lot of time and use that time for the deals that are doable. Yeah, I'm just checking where else I'm online because I'm not very techy guy. And okay, good. I'm on LinkedIn as well. So pretty cool. I mean, if you are in the lending industry, in the loan commercial, residential loans business, and also commercial loan business, it is it's very imperative that you understand the lending guidelines. I think we're live on LinkedIn. I'm not sure about Instagram, Facebook. That's pretty much. So I'm gonna be sharing my. I mean, you can go on acom-capital.com anyways, acom-capital.com, and find out commercial finance training program tab and fill out your form, your name, number, and email address. We'll contact you back with the master class. It's going to be 1 hour class, and we'll teach you exactly what we're going to be teaching you in the entire course. And if you are interested, you can join the program. So again, acom-capital.com, ACOM capital-capital.com, and click the tab Commercial Finance Training Program. All right, guys. Thank you for your time. I think it's been 28 minutes already, 29 minutes. So yeah, and I think TikTok is one of the channels where people come and go all the time. And the other channels people stay. So I'm not very familiar with this thing, to be honest. I'm just very new to this being live. I think this is my second day being live. So forgive me if I'm making mistakes, but anyhow, um, click the link at acom-capital.com and click the tab at Commercial Finance Training Program. And if you have any question, you can also ask questions in that tab in the comments. That if you don't understand what is this program is all about, what are you going to learn in this program? So we'll teach you exactly even before you get into this training seminar. We'll let you know what kind of program it is. So, all right.